Hello everybody and welcome back to Woo News, your weekly Universal news and updates, where I go over everything that's happened at Universal Studios Orlando Resort weekly. And with Mardi Gras approaching rapidly, I have a whole bunch to talk about for the past week. So let's get straight into it. Starting out in the Universal Studios Park, in Production Central, or the entrance area, new Sing to Mina, Johnny, Buster, and Ash plushes will become available in the Studio Store. And in Battery Park, an area by Transformers The Ride 3D, a food stand or bar would be decorated and displayed with some of the Mardi Gras food here before the event started. However, this is actually for a photo shoot. After those props would be removed, the festive decor placed on the stand would be revealed to be very happy and Mardi Gras looking. And the kitchen inside this booth would start to be built the next day. In New York, a continuation of Production Central, 2 new Mardi Gras food booths would be placed across from Music Plaza stage. And another 2 would be placed across from Revenge of the Mummy, along with 2 more by the garden in this area. One of the booths by the garden would get a facade of green and outlined bricks, and the booths adjacent to the Mummy would receive this same facade. In the Film Vault, a store here, new magnet Jaws shark bottle openers and Amity Island bottle openers would become available. And lighting trusses would be set up for the Delicacy Street for the Coca-Cola fan zone that will be part of Rock the Universe, which is also approaching. It would be announced that ULAPs, or Universal Orlando Annual Pass holders, can preview the Mardi Gras Tribute Store on Thursday, February 3rd from noon to park close. This is the day before the event starts, and if you don't know, tribute stores are stores that are created that are themed specifically for certain events. Every event that Universal changes out all the time, and they're usually amazingly themed. Also, some of the banners from the extended queue of the now closed Shrek 4D attraction would be taken down. And on Friday, the construction walls surrounding the Revenge of the Mummy, while it is undergoing its very long refurbishment, would receive signs that say, "Coming soon, Universal Studios Monsters, a tribute to the creatures of the night." And a monster statue will be placed in front of the now closed Mummy gift shop called Sahara Traders. This will be a temporary replacement to the Mummy's gift shop for the around 6 months that it will be under refurbishment. This is an amazing idea as it's actually a second tribute store, and these stores are super high demand. In the Hollywood section here, the Hello Kitty store will receive a new The Quibbler Loungefly purse, along with a Hello Kitty Sunday Loungefly backpack and a Hello Kitty Loungefly wallet. A second star would also be covered on the Hollywood Boulevard, with 3 main names being rumored to maybe be occupying this star or the other one that was covered up about a week ago, being Betty White, Bob Saget, or Universal's very recently retired CEO, Bill Davis. Also, in the prop shop here, some of the now closed Shrek 4D attractions parts would show up, like shields and Ogrevision glasses. This would also be added onto, with more torture devices and shields from the ride being added to the collection. And later, even more devices would be added. And another day later, the mirror on the wall would be added. It obviously doesn't have the actual mirror effect, but it's kind of its outline. Also, in the 5 and Dime, new Universal Classic Monsters Loungefly wallets and purses would become available. And a day later, a new Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein Loungefly mini backpack would become available. That's actually really cute. And in Central Park, the massive stage in front of this area that is set up for Rock the Universe, a Christian musical event, would have plants placed in front of it for decoration. And the lights would be strung between lighting trusses that connect to the Cafe La Bamba right next to the stage. In London and Diagon Alley, or Harry Potter Land, the Hogwarts Express would be closed for unknown reasons on Monday. It would remain closed for the rest of the week, and it would be officially stated that the ride will reopen late next week. It is speculated that a train might have malfunctioned and is being shipped out, but this speculation would actually be shut down a few days later, because Universal would officially tell us what happened. If you don't know, the Hogwarts Express is not an actual train, but is instead pulled by a cable. It turns out that something went wrong with the cable, and the whole thing needs to be replaced. Universal is waiting for parts to be shipped in to make the fix, and the ride should be operational again next week. In Kids Zone, right at the entrance, some large construction walls would go up. It would be seen that some refurbishment is just being done on the courtyard in this area, and these walls would later be extended out a little bit more. Also, the Animal Actors Stadium that these walls are connected to is fully operational, so you don't have to worry about that. Also, a Mardi Gras food booth here would receive a brown wooden facade. And another booth here would receive a volcano facade that actually looks amazing. And a third booth here would receive a flower facade. On the other side of the lake in San Francisco, a food booth would be placed down and received a worn-down looking facade, and another food booth placed in this area would look the same. Through City Walk to the other park and Islands of Adventure in Port of Entry, an Islands trading company, a new Agnes Fluffy Unicorn plush is now sold. And in the Port of Entry Christmas shop, Earl the Squirrel Christmas Fudge is now buy two, get one free. The store would also receive new classic ride scented candles, being themed to E.T., Back to the Future, Kong, and Jaws. And I realized I actually made a typo. The candles are in the Island Market and Export Shop, not the Christmas shop. And over in the Lost Continent, the re-theme for Mardi Gras, All Hallows Voodoo Boutique has a new Mardi Gras candle set, being the Sahara Sunset, which is our Sahara Sunset fragrance features top notes of sweet citrus, lemon peel, and sparkling bergamot, middle notes of cactus flower, prickly pear, and lotus blossom, atop a base of green coconut, cashmere, and black oud. Potion Pretorius, which is described as our Potion Pretorius fragrance, features top notes of toasted almonds and smoky embers, middle notes of dried tobacco leaf, and climbing myrtle. A top base of notes of vanilla, patchouli, and dandelion root. Phantom's Chamber, which is described as our Phantom's Chamber fragrance, features top notes of green dew, melon, and marine mist, middle notes of sweet grass, lily stems, and old books, with a base of crushed moss, worn musk, and leathered wood. Didn't know old books was a smell, but okay. And the Full Moon Caravan. Our Full Moon Caravan fragrance features top notes of fresh linen, worn leather, and crisp dew. Middle notes of sweet forest pine, foxglove, and crushed cloves, atop a base of silver birch, spiced vanilla, and warm amber. However, it would also be interpreted that each of these would be based off of a universal classic monster, which would mean that the Potion Pretorius is for the Bride of the Frankenstein, Full Moon Caravan would be the Wolfman, Phantom's Chamber is Phantom of the Opera, and Sahara Sunset is the Mummy. Whichever interpretation you want to take is the one you can. Also, the All Hallows Voodoo Boutique would have some better signage for the word voodoo and some moss placed on its sign, since this is usually the All Hallows Eve Boutique, but they cover up the Eve for other things for the different events. Also in the store, new General Mardi Gras, King Gator, and Planet Mardi Gras socks will become available. Additionally, it also sells new Mardi Gras pins, photo frames, Universal Orlando Annual Pass holder hats, and louder, wilder, spicier white shirts. Continuing the trend, the next day, new Planet Mardi Gras / gray reversible bucket hats, King Gator fanny packs, Planet Mardi Gras hoodies, 6 pin sets, and hair ties will become available. Also in the store, to match the new Voodoo Mardi Gras theme, new banners with blacklight designs and a blacklight mini house would be added to the store's roofline structure. Also in the land, the Poseidon's Fury facade would receive some red and blue decal paint as part of its refurbishment, and we have no idea when that refurbishment's going to end. Continuing in Springfield, Bumblebee Man's taco truck largely changed its menu. It no longer sells Korean beef tacos, but instead carnitas tacos, which are roasted pork shoulder served in soft flour tortillas with onions and cilantro, which, by the way, sounds amazing. Also, with the new change, all tacos come with a slightly more traditional onions and cilantro toppings with a choice of red or green salsa. Previously, the other two tacos came with a choice of cheese and lettuce. So they're trying to make these slightly more traditional, and according to things that I've seen, they're actually really good, and they're one of the cheaper food options at Universal. So I'd recommend trying them. Also in Isla Nublar, which is also Jurassic Park, the Discovery Center now says New Jurassic Park, they were your first trucker hats, and Dinosaur Observation Committee / Dinosaur Patches bucket hats, along with a new Dinosaur Expert and Kylosaurus hat and a Don't Get Eaten cap. The Discovery Center also has new Jurassic World ID creators. It takes your pictures, puts it on an IB badge, and allows you to work as a genetic biologist, handler, or operation employee. Then it asks if you want to join the team, and you can cancel and not pay for it to be printed, meaning that you can actually make an ID for free, but just not get the actual ID. In Universal's third park, being Volcano Bay, the park would be closed on Saturday and Sunday due to inclement weather. It would also close on Monday for the same reasoning. In City Walk, the studio store now sells a new Diagon Alley Loungefly wallet. And at Epic Universe, Universal would reaffirm the names Epic Universe and Universal's Epic Universe through legal papers. As for some general news, Universal has imposed a new sale of, for a limited time, buy 3 days, get 2 days free. It must be purchased by 5/5/22 and used by December 15th of 22. There are no blockout dates and savings vary per day. Also, details on pass holder parade float riding and bead throwing would be released. Yourself and up to 4 pass holders can ride a float in the parade at once, but a lot of restrictions apply, being that all riders must be 18 years old or accompanied by a parent or legal guardian. All riders must be at least 48 inches in height. From beginning to end, the floating ride experience can take 2 to 3 hours. On concert day, float riders may miss the beginning of the concert. Riders with a disability may request an accommodation by contacting guest services at least 48 hours prior to float reservations, and pass holders are limited to 2 dates only. And as for some blackout dates, Power Pass holders will not be able to participate March 12th through 19th and April 9th through 16th of 2022. And seasonal pass holders will not be able to participate February 5th, 12th, 19th through 20th, 26th, and March 5th, 6th, 12th through 20th, 25th, and 27th, and April 9th through 16th of 2022. To sign up, you need to go to the Universal Orlando Resort website. Also, some injury reports for the fourth quarter of 2021 would be released for Universal Orlando. The reports would state that there was only one serious injury at Universal, being that on December 2nd, a 27-year-old woman had a seizure at Fast and Furious Supercharged at Universal Studios Florida. And even though this is bad, it's actually pretty good, due to the fact that Disney World in this final quarter had about 13 injuries. Also, after the Supreme Court ruled that weekly testing for unvaccinated employees is not necessary, Universal would change its policies to follow that proof, meaning that unvaccinated employees no longer need to test every week, as they had originally stated when they changed their guidelines. So that's everything that I could find at Universal Studios Orlando this week. I hope that you enjoyed, and I know this is a bit of a longer one, but it's out now, and we've got a bunch of information. If you're having a trip to Universal Studios Orlando soon, I wish you the best of luck, have a great time, and with all that said and done, this is Munu signing off.